This was my 2023. It definitely started out hard. It had snowed a lot, and so I had to sled everything in. As you guys are familiar, I have to do. Little Huckleberry makes sure that everything is okay, and Bucky loves to help. Electricity went out more times than I can count. Earl almost caught himself on fire. That's a long story. But here it is, the cabin, when it's looking beautiful. Because when the snow was coming down and the Huckleberry are all tucked into bed, it's a beautiful place. At the same time, though, I got a job in corporate America that I wasn't really thrilled about. Here's the office. As soon as I got done with neuro training, I came back home to the farm where it's wonderful and was still actively in winter. This was one of my hardest days that I have ever had, where the animals came in and they took my Pokey. But for the brighter days when Huckleberry and I would go hiking, and you would just get a bigger perspective on the whole world. But it was lonely sometimes, and it's hard being out here by myself. I have ways to deal with it, especially by welcoming in nature and knowing that Huckleberry is my soulmate, and then also discovering how to make sourdough bread. Here are some of the happier days with my dad on his air strip mowing. But this is me on a few of the adventures that I went on that were very memorable for me this year. My high point, one of my high points, was sitting in this pear orchard during a thunderstorm. It was one of the most beautiful things I've ever experienced, to see all of the pear blossoms just float in the wind. Here's Latte, the beautiful duck, and my trip to Sisters, Oregon, where I stay in yet another cabin. And then the biggest surprise of the year is Pepper Barracuda. She was a great addition. But with this year, corporate dragged at least 2 decades out of me. Corporate is so hard right now. But luckily, I have a home spot, and now Pepper, who reminds me that life is beautiful, that our natural world is beautiful, even though we do a great job at trying to screw that up with different corporate jobs. You come out here and you realize that the Pacific Northwest is absolutely gorgeous, especially in the summer and autumn. One thing we are having a problem with, and it's gotten worse over the years, are the fires. This one was off of 84, and a lot of people in Medical Lake lost their homes. It was during my many drives out to Spokane where my mom was actively dying. My base of my soul is to walk out in nature and to meditate with Buddhist monks. This green crystal water is from glaciers. But this was my roughest time to say goodbye to my mom. And then with all of the people coming into town, I got COVID for the first time. And then shortly after that, I led a women's group where 8 of the most beautiful women in the world came and joined me out here. And then yet bounced back again, went over to the East Coast where I joined another corporation and did that corporate dance of insecurity and ugh. And then back home where it's beautiful. And then launching yet again, going to Hawaii and seeing the beauty there. This is Oahu and flying out. It's the first time I ever saw it, and it was beautiful. But coming back home to my cabin is the place I want to be. And then all 2023, for years, I've been working as a therapist, getting ready for exactly this for 2024, when I open one of the nation's first psilocybin centers right in downtown Hood River with a view of the Columbia River. And if you squint, you can see my cabin. It's a beautiful place. And it's a place where we can collectively make our entire year better based on the experience that we will have here, where we collectively help each other. I cannot wait for 2024. I have hope in a way I haven't had in years, and I hope you come out to join me with that.